Hey, and welcome back, everyone. It is Friday. I'm excited. We've got Samina, we've got Cheryl, we've got Oana, and hopefully we'll have Marty. I know it is officially 4 weeks since the start. Oh, look at this. We've got 5 in the room. I'm going to go grab my phone and you can look at the door. Happy Friday.
Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, wherever you are.
Hi.
Excellent. So today we are moving into, and Tiff has joined me here to probably remind me, she needs me to log into Clubhouse. There we go. Hey, Tiff, thanks for joining us. All right. I'm going to jump in with you, Tiff. There we go. Hey, Tiff. So happy Friday. And I'm sort of wanting to celebrate with all of you. For those that have been here every day, i.e. Samina and Cheryl, you get a 15-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. Let's focus in on what's next for you in your business. Marty, you were a close second. So you know what? You can write me a little paper and I'll give you another 15 minutes too. So I want to, again, for everyone, regardless, you've been following along consistently. And Tiff, I have to put you in the bucket as well. You get a 15-minute one-on-one because Tiff's been here having my back every day. And it's been fun going to Clubhouse. Yesterday, we had a few gentlemen with us. We had Mohammed and we had another guy who was actually growing his business. And we asked him, what made you join us? He's like, 90 Day for Success. I need to be successful as an entrepreneur. So again, whether you're an entrepreneur or a leader, team member or other, today is Friday, which means we get to focus in on getting something done. I also, before we go to our daily sprint, want to share with you a little bit about where we've been and where we're going. So let me work backwards here. And our theme for the day is, in fact, the iceberg, which is, to me, a big part of what is remote work and hybrid work success. It's not always the things that we can see. It's often the things that are below the waterline that really help us thrive. And that includes things like mindset, belief, etc. So that's our framing of today. Here's a little analogy of the iceberg. And like you can see, often it's just this little peak that we see above the waterline. And those are typically our results. I hope that you're going to find that this notion builds on to this week's theming of metrics matter. We do want to track. We want to look at things. We then moved into project management. Also talking this week, midweek, around focus and attention. A big part of the iceberg is what's going to help you. And I'll just get you to mute. Let's see, we've got some background. Okay, there we go. I think it's all done. The focus and attention is a big part of being able to get things done. So as we move into today's sprint, I want you to think about what is the one thing you want to get done. Whether you are solo, whether you're part of a team or even part of a matrix team, as we talked about yesterday, it really is about getting into action. Now, against the backdrop of getting into action next week, and officially today, we move into week 5 of the 90-day guide. So you're going to have noticed that every week we've had a theme. We started off, of course, in week 1, looking at clarity. Does anyone remember what our second theme was?
Styles, was it?
We did styles, and styles was a big part of sort of the communication bucket. And I'm glad you remembered styles. So just a brief output. If you haven't done the hybrid work styles quiz yet, it's still available. And I have yet to set a November date. It will be happening by mid-November. So I'm going to do a hybrid work styles quiz call. Last week, we did our learning by doing. So our first 3 weeks were the C's, right? Our community. I'm going to get this wrong. I don't have it in front of me, but the first three weeks of the C's. Last week was learning by doing, and next week is going to be resilience and change. So what you can expect next week, Monday, we're going to start with a month 1 check-in. I'm going to do that as part of our weekly kickoff. So that weekly 1, Monday, is all about getting you set up for success. Day 2, Tuesday, we're going to be looking at troubleshooting and decision-making, because I know a number of you have indicated our topic for Wednesday, obstacles and challenges. Next week is really about getting through the roadblocks. And a big part of that may be also working with our team to look at team identity, not identify, team identity and culture. And then our Friday session next week will be all about getting unstuck. So over the weekend, I want you to think about the one roadblock that continues to come up in your work. Maybe it's something around your mindset. Maybe it's something else, but we're really going to use that as an example to be working around next week's challenges, troubleshooting, and getting unstuck. So with that, we're going to be moving tomorrow as well into our page 2 of the 90-day guide calendar. I want to celebrate those that have been following along, whether you've been here with us live, whether you've been following in the book. Hopefully by now you have a lot of colored stars. And if you haven't printed out the calendar, one thing to invite you to maybe think about is, could you do it in a different color? So you can download the calendar at any time at bit.ly/list 90-day guide. That's also going to put you on the list so that you can keep abreast of all of the fun things that we're doing. So with that, let us go into today's habits. And we're building on to a quote that I shared earlier this week. You might recall me mentioning a quote by Robin Sharma. And so with Robin Sharma, we have an original quote from Gandhi. And so Gandhi actually wrote, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. This is a really nice setup to the iceberg analogy, which I first started sharing way back when I'm just going to try and get out of this. Yes, there we go. I've got emails happening, a whole bunch of things. There we go. This is the iceberg, which came out of Coaching Business Builder and Plan, Do, Track. It's showing up again in Reconnecting Workspaces because in the virtual, remote, and hybrid space, all that we typically see are people's results. We only see output. And what we don't see before that are people's behaviors. Unlike going into an office where I might see Marty behind the counter and Jocelyn on the phone and Oana working on paperwork, in this space, I only get to see you for this half hour a day. I miss the behaviors that are being seen. And what we know is that the behaviors feed into our results. Now, how do we get to really determining what we do, how we do it? Well, that's all the things under the waterline. And so really the rich part of coaching happens in this space where we get to explore mindsets and habits, perspectives and assumptions, beliefs and values. So I want to invite you, starting today, and this will be a theme carrying into next week, think about how the iceberg is shaping up in your world. If you are a business owner and you want a result of hitting a certain number of people on your social media feed by the end of the year, or maybe you want to bring in $50,000 more worth of sales before the end of the year, that's the result you're aiming for. I actually want to invite all of you today to be thinking about one result that you want to have before the end of the year. And in this next week, start working backwards to deconstruct what are the behaviors and what are the mindsets, habits, perspectives, assumptions, beliefs, and values you really need to embrace in order to achieve that result. It's often these things below the waterline that really do shape what behaviors we undertake, whether we realize it or not. And part of coaching is about making the invisible visible. That's what Judith Glaser wrote years ago in her writing, Conversational Intelligence. So as your coach for this process, I really want to get you thinking about what are those important things below the waterline and how can they help you move forward. So we'll be digging into those as we go day to day today. So with that, any questions on the iceberg and what I've just shared? Because we will pick it up early next week, but we've got 1 or 2 minutes. Any questions on iceberg? Yeah. Has anyone got a goal that they want to share that they know they're going to be working on?
More clients.
More clients, and how many more clients?
How
are-
many more clients? Yeah, right. Well, I think I have in some time working with a total of working with 6 one-on-one and at least 2 groups. That might not even be big enough, but that's what I'll go for right now.
Right now. And I love the fact that you're already saying, is it big enough, right? Like many times we hold back on our results. And so next week, remember, we're going to be looking at getting unstuck. We're going to be looking at problem solving and troubleshooting, and we're going to be looking at obstacles and challenges. So you know me, I'm mostly a strengths-based coach. And as we look at our things like our metrics, we may start seeing interesting patterns like, I'm not getting enough website traffic. That could be a challenge that you want to really blow out of the water. So with that, we are going to get into our Friday session of 21 minutes. It's going to be a little shorter than 21 minutes, but I hope that you've brought a project that you're going to work on today to make sure that you get it checked off before the end of the week. So let's just quickly go around the room. Who's working on what? I'm working on a newsletter today. Who's working on, I'm going to go to Jocelyn. What are you working on today?
I'm working on prep for my strategy session next Wednesday.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Who do you want to pass to, Jocelyn? I'd love to hear from everyone what projects they're doing today.
I will pass to Marty.
All right, Marty, what are you working?
Oh, my pilot program, getting the finishing touches on it, having it be open for registration by the end of the week.
Ooh, okay. Who will you pass to, Marty?
Cheryl.
Okay, thanks, Marty. I'm going to be working on an HR consulting assignment that actually needs to be done in about 45 minutes. So
Pretty urgent. Cheryl, who will you pass to?
Samina.
Hi, I have 2 things on my mind, but I think I'll go with, so I'm drawing up an agreement for a prospective client. And I really have to think because she's really kind of an acquaintance, a friend. So it's not going to be my standard agreement that I send to everyone. So I am kind of, I'll be working on that.
You'll be working on that. Fantastic. And we've also got Oana in the room. Do you want to say, Oana, what you're working on today?
Yeah, I also have 2. I started to work for my PCC, and I also started to work for a team coaching program.
All right, fantastic. Tiff, do you want to share what you're working on today?
Hi, thanks. I'm so excited. I get to be on a podcast today. So I get to prepare for that. Woo-hoo.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that. And, you know, whatever it is, let us dive in. We're going to do a little less than 21 minutes, but it is Friday and time to get things done. Enjoy your focus. All right, everyone, that is our time. It is officially 8 a.m. I hope that you enjoyed today's sprint. Who got something almost done or pretty much done? Yeah. So it's been a great week. I hope that you will be back with us next week for a wrap up. And I want to wish you a fantastic weekend. For anyone interested, 2 things that I just want to mention before we go. Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., I will be kicking off the 3rd cohort of the Reconnecting Workspaces Coach certification. So Cheryl knows all about this program, as does Tiff. And I'm super excited. If you know of friends, colleagues who are interested in doing some advanced training in hybrid coaching, this is the program, and it's 24 CCEs. So I'd love it. I'm going to share a link, and I'd love it if you could send it out in your networks. Also starting today, actually, I have the Practicum, the Advanced Group and Team Coaching Practicum, starting at 12:30. That's a 10 CCE program. And finally, Monday morning at 8:30 is the November 1st Team Coaching Essentials program. So lots on the go, and I hope that you will share that with your colleagues. So with that, have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
See you.